All right, everyone, here is my indoor mango experiment, and we're gonna see what happens with it. I brought it in to see what happens if the plant still wants to bloom, or it wouldn't, or if the growth will be okay. So since the last time, I'm in February now, but since the last time I added a second light because I started adding a lot of these seedlings that I really wanted to get them to sprout, just because they would have a harder time sprouting outside, and lots of times they might just end up rotting too. And some of these seedling was very interestingly enough for me to try to really kind of get going. I got like especially like this one's like a ice cream seedling, and then some of the newer ones I have been eating a few of the little gem and stuff, and so we'll see how it goes and stuff. But this one's right here is a pineapple pleasure seedling, so that's why I added additional light to just kind of help with the growth, and then we'll see what happens with these seedlings. They have been taking an extremely long time to push out. I noticed that it took about 2 months for some of them to, 2 months for like one or two of them to push out. It's been very slow. So we'll see what happens now uh, in future months for this. In terms of the cherry's been blooming, but they're kind of like this weak flowery bloom. Not really strong blooms. Not strong blooms in terms of the stem size. It just seems a bit weak. I don't know if they're gonna hold fruit or anything like that. But there's a few that has to open up. I might have to try to do some. I have to try to do some manual kind of pollination with a brush and see what happens with it. And then here's the M4. This one pushed out one bloom. The interesting thing is I think the other branches ain't getting too much light. And what happened, it was like it was pushing a bud, and then that bud just dried out. I think it's happening with quite a bit of them. They just pushed, and it's beginning to like dry out, and it's very, very unusual. But I mean, if it just kind of stays dormant like this, right, and I don't get another rebloom, and then come like later part of spring, I put it out, then I should get a nice that should hopefully kind of prevented a lot of blooms and a lot of wasted energy. So maybe I put it out in spring and it's gonna grow out much more faster because of the energy that is saved from without the reblooms, without the blooms. So let's see, very unusual. So the dying out, I don't know if it's because um, it's indoor and it's lacking some light or something like that. I'm not really sure, but you can see this. Let me just see if I can just push this off right here. Look, there it goes. It just dried out. And maybe I'm not watering enough because it has been indoor. I have not watered as frequently as I have outdoor. See, that's what happened. Because when outdoor I water much more frequently, but indoor, it does make a bit of mess. That's why I have these huge kind of storage containers. So that's why I have not been watering. My plan was actually to water a lot more, but then the water builds up in the bottom of it. So I was like, I gotta water a bit less. So maybe I'm not sure if that is kind of causing this to kind of dry up like that, or if it's because of the light. Because I don't think my lights are getting to the very top of it too. So not really sure, but I'm hoping that this turns out to be a good thing, and there's no additional blooms, and then it could kind of reserve its energy, and I'll go ahead and put it outside when it's warmer, and it just kind of takes off vegetatively. So that was the experience. It's just kind of see what happens if stuff do bloom. I will try to get some fruits off of it because I do want to see if I could properly fruit in indoor mango plants. So these cherries bloom right here. I'm gonna try to hand pollinate it with a brush. I kind of just take a brush and brush it all, kind of brush it along the blooms, and hopefully it picks up pollens and pollinate anything. This M4 has not opened yet, but I'll probably do the same thing. So this is just a big experiment. I will be happy either way. If I get fruit, I will be happy either way. If I don't get fruit, just to see what happens with it. It's been pretty fun and interesting experiment so far. So the biggest thing is kind of trying to contain the kind of like the watering and everything on this. That's been kind of a bit more of the challenge than anything else. But yeah, here's my two indoor experiment. And just follow me and see how it goes. I will eventually take this out once we get into much warmer weather. Once the weather hits 60 degrees, nighttime temps will stay 60. I am taking the plants out and let it kind of acclimate back to the outside weather. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Thanks.